All right, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. Let's make sure I'm on the right screen here. Great meeting, by the way, at 9:30 that we had with Coach. And be sure to go to, where am I here? Be sure, here we go, share screen, bigger thing. Oh, wait, there we go. All right, so yeah, be sure to watch Coach's video at 9:30 here as I sign it to TradeGATEHub. And let me catch my bearings for a second. All right, good. Okay. Yeah, great meeting with Coach here. Everybody, please go over this. He had a special guest of ours right here. I'm going to watch this 9:30 video. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be on it because the market opened there, but there were a lot of good streaming here and a great video. Go back and watch it. And you know what? As you should be going watch this, the homework that is Coach plays in the corner. What I would be doing if I was signing up for this, or you know what I will be doing is I'll be going over my videos for the past week, to see. It's almost like instead of me writing down my trades, which I do, which are right here, I'll be going over, the videos, and not only to bring myself right here a better product and be able to articulate better and get to the point. I want to be able to, to get to the point where we started to where we are today, which is the big number came out. Powell spoke on Wednesday. Pardon me. You know what? I'll just put it right in here. I'll show you what we're doing here. Pardon. Okay. Let me show you the routine for today. And this was coming into the number, which, by the way, if it wasn't for this, the S&P posted its second consecutive green month for the first time since the summer of 2021. Okay, Powell spoke today, Wednesday. This being Friday was when he actually. I'm going to go to the charts for those that weren't paying attention or that want to re-edify it. This being Friday, so we'll go back 3 days. Spies 1 minute. We'll go back to the daily actually. Okay, here's Powell here. This is Wednesday. From 39, from the spies with 393 to 407. All right, so a 12-point move. Yeah, we followed through on that. We followed through with that, as you could see yesterday. Gave a little bit back, tested the 200-day. Now, two different things happened as we came out Wednesday. The market, as you could see, rallied on Powell, and today's economic number, which really didn't. I really wouldn't put a gauge of inflation. It was more about the jobs that were that were out there, and I did post that. So somebody's wrong and somebody's right, or the information is skewed. When you have a potential, when you did have a binary Fed speak on Wednesday that could have taken us to the 50-day or even lower, and it took us in one movement on volume and continuation. Either Powell's right or the number's wrong or somebody's not interpreting something. For the meantime, I take that as bullish. Why? Because the charts are telling me so. The charts that have been acting well. You know what? Okay, I get it that Microsoft is a little beaten up. I get it. I actually took a position. Well, it's not beaten up. Still, I like to beat over the 200-day. I took a position in Google today. I'm not going to lie. I say that as a term right here. I like it at the 50-day after a move from Google from 94 to 102. Resting at about 99, being the 100 area for options price on Friday, the 100 number, the whole number. I'm not saying it's going to stick there, but it's acting that way. And I think it could, God forbid, it takes out that Monday or Tuesday, it takes out the 102, 103 and a half high. So I bought it, but a lot of stocks are acting well. Did a lot of stocks give things back? Yeah. Okay. So Walmart I didn't really give that much back. Stocks that are acting well, it's a stock picking path. 1 day up. That's now all of a sudden in the bullish. Shopify being bought on every dip. Another one that I bought. We'll go back to TGH. The first thing I said was buy Netflix on the open. And why would I buy Netflix? A, because it's strong. If I was short, I'd be nervous. And this is what the stock did by the open. You don't have to confuse it. Right after the number, the stock was sitting at 310. Once it took out yesterday's low or yesterday's close at 316, that should have been a number. It took out yesterday's close after a big number. So you have to be, as I said again, I always post for everything, for every type of trader in the room. And I'll go back and finish the routine because then I would be hypocritical. Okay. So thank you for posting, G. CPC, very important. I trade off. It seems like everybody's getting used to it, or at least using that part as a tool. Long week. All right, the VIX known as this is what you should read. Coach and I have had this conversation a couple of times during the week. If not, go to the Red YouTube channel. When the VIX is over 30, and it was waffling for a long time between 28 and 32. And that was a chance to, it was staying there for a long time. And as Coach and all were saying that, we thought it was going to be another move up to propel that VIX up to 40. Never happened. And I fear the VIX creeped down to below 20. I believe where is it now? I'll look in a second. So I'll look at my screen. So that to me seems like I'm going to peel things off. But don't be peeling off your winners, because when the VIX is so low, there's a lack of volatility. They could keep drifting up. If you're in these low float squeezes and make that one move up and you get maybe an opportunity to take advantage of these squeeze, maybe once a quarter, twice a quarter, you got to take some off. But it's time to start building positions. Even these CTAs or hedge fund managers, when people are saying I'm underinvested, why? The VIX they have to be invested. There's complacency. So when people are saying, why am I in cash and the market's made this type of move, even before the hedge ones were short, and we said on TGH, they've been covering their shorts. Right now, they're basically neutral, and I'll go back to that and make another point in TGH. But right now, it's stock picking. Nobody really knows. When you have binary moves from the Fed speak on Wednesday to a number today, the SPY's at one point, we're down 6 or 7 handles, I believe, and actually held that 200-day. And it's important that it holds its 200-day going into the close today being Friday. Okay, so here we go. Good morning. Do the research. The pound is on track for its 4th straight weekly advance against the dollar since January. That's got to tell you something, that the ranges from the downside were being ranged on the upside. So it's still neutral. Everything's getting matched. Okay, VIX hasn't traded 19 handles since August. Go to the since August, that's fine. Let's look at August. Where were the SPYs in August? I know where they are. I'm going to go to the chart though. Here we are in August. Okay. The VIX was 18 in August. So here it is at the basic same level now. So I would be peeling some off. I mean, what do you want the VIX to, if the VIX was 18 here, what do you want to do? The VIX to go to 15? The VIX is going to be 15. So it's a good time to peel off positions. Maybe you got lucky in. I don't want to use the word as a trader. I don't really look for luck, although it never hurts. But with like I said, the VIX being so low, if you have some of these winners, granted it's in proper rotation, take a little bit off, use that trailing stop, which trust me, does work. I know it seems, whatever it seems, it works. Trailing stops work. I'm not really one for stop guy, but stop for a person that kind of has a little bit more trouble holding their winners longer. Those stop losses or stop limits as it goes up, raise them. Keep you in the stock longer. It's a good suggestion. I digress. Okay. All right. NASDAQ has more new highs than low again since the first time in August. Another August quote. GLD and GDX, gold and silver, both completing stage 2 breakouts. I'm a buyer. Today was another buyer. But the good thing was this. Anybody that tuned on yesterday's video, and I implore you to please. Where was I? I did peel off some NUGT. I added I did peel off. This was 1 day ago. I said I was out of most of JNUG and NUGT. I did keep a little because I want to keep my eye on it, and it's a winner. And this was the chart at NUGT. I think I don't even know where I sold NUGT yesterday, but it was a good sale. NUGT had sold somewhat at 37. This morning printed 35. JUNG, same thing. Or at Newmont. I peeled some off at 46.5. This morning was 47.16. It's a lot on 49.5 to 47.18. It's $2.5. On 8,000 shares, which I had. I'd like to save the 16 grand or whatever, readjust in the fund. So I took some off there, and I am very transparent. I give everybody a reason to beg to differ about taking some off. So we'll continue. Tactical sentiment. Hedge funds aggressively net bought macro products, but net sold single stocks. So it's stock picking. I get it. Marvell reported today, see which one see how it closes. Bank of America researches, I post a lot. Goldman Trading Desk, what they said about growth secular names, read it. If the reading get difficult, keep reading it. It'll start sinking in. I mean, I'm not saying that if you're a first grade, start reading, the Bible or War and Peace. But certainly, you know, you got to step it up a little, just like in anything. If you're at better levels, it starts seeking and getting better levels. If I want to get better at golf, I don't play level, you know, hackers. I try to get in the best game possible to raise up my game and see what other people are doing right. I post this basically on a daily basis. All right. They would for so long extremely bearish. So it's up to you to determine that. Which sectors are they? I still think a lot of people are underfunded, myself included, and the shorts have mostly been covered. If people want to think or short something into this bounce, it's up to them. Another Goldman Sachs equities color for the non-farm payrolls was came out today. You should have read it before and read it after what the numbers did. Short interest versus SPY. Mike Wilson thinks we're going up to higher, but he's only opinion. As our guest did today, I think the JP Morgan analyst thinks we're going to pull back 20%. Upgrades, downgrades, always give it. Beam, economic data, most important. Roblox calls were flying. So I posted that before the open. So if Roblox calls were flying, look at Roblox on the open. What did that do on the open? So Roblox call had good calls were active. Stock closed at 33.40. You pinned it right here. This is where you should have pinned this thing, and it worked out perfectly. Where's this line? The one thing I don't like about this is it doesn't really do the best job online. So I got to do it manually. Here, all you want on Roblox. You can't catch everyone, but that was the number 3160 with all those calls yesterday going away into 2-day support. 3160 gets you right to the 3360, give you $2 on a trade. So when they're active, the reason why I post the calls is that those are the smart guys. I follow the smart money. I don't want to be a leader and jump in first. I love to be a leader. I'm a leader, I think, in certain some areas of life, but not when, you know, trillions are putting at stake. I'd rather follow and look for confirmation. But that's a good example of what, and I posted those calls. You should have been on that. Even if it didn't work, net they work. That's why I posted. All right, Ulta reported earnings. Smart, Larry. There you go, Larry. And Coach, I'm sure Coach feels the same way. There's the chart on the dollar. Building a position in SSRM. Pin the tweet. SSRM. Another one I posted. When a guy says of building a position in SSRM. Another thing. Yesterday support. Stock was 1519. Now it's 1580. I'm in it. Here's the chart. I think it needs some rest. Goes over the 200. What I wanted to do is to act like what's an example that acts over the 200 day? Shopify was over the 200 day. No, which one? Which stock is over the 200 day? I'll get into it another time. It's not Shop, is it? No, I'll get into it another time. All right, getting back there. 200 days important. It's a big, that's why it's green money. So I put it as a green one on the chart. Okay, there's our man Jake. That he was a participator. We'd love to have him on. Love to have him on again. Charts on the Qs, charts on the SPYs. It's up. Like I said, I'm not biased. I'm giving you the tools. This is the menu. You want to order chicken? There's chicken, seafood. There's macaroni. There's soups. You know, I'm not telling you to order the soup. If you want my suggestion, that's what I'm here to do. But here's the menu, like we do at TradeGATEHub. We give you the menu. So, like I said on bar chart to start, second consecutive green month for the first time in the summer. And there is the example, if you will. VIX hasn't traded the third time. There's the chart on the VIX. You want to get sexy? Fine. I've been adding to the VIX. I didn't add to it today, though, for some reason. I don't think I am. TLT, major breakout. Does that tell you something? Sure, it does. It tells you about the bonds, the dollar, and currencies, basically. Top right corner. All right. Forget about anything. You didn't want to care about the non-farm payroll. You don't care. You want to turn on the screen at 9 o'clock and just take money out of the markets every day. This is what I also post on a daily basis. Stocks with good range and volume. AMC was up 13% on 100 million. What's wrong there? On the downside, FARF, FTCH. God, this was a position of mine too. Swin, Rig. I mean, these stocks had 40 million, 20 million with huge range. That's your blueprint. Asana. Let me just say this guy's going to be on either American Greed or in a book, because this guy was buying $1 billion worth of stock. Go back and do your due diligence. Trust me, I watched it because I was in it with him. He was buying around 48. Now it's 15. So what is that? A haircut of what? So the guy's down 650 million. You can write it off. If he doesn't want to write him off, we'll give him THH password. We'll open, get out of it. Okay. Further. That was my plan. It's all up to the 2-year and the 10-year. In other words, the TLT. Adding to XLE. So I posted all my charts. Charles Biello, great guy in a macro situation. The VIX closed below 20-day for the first time since August again. Do the math on what happens after that, or do your research. My universe, I always show it. That's what I'm looking at today, and I should. Buckle up. EMPH, FE. What's wrong? What was so wrong with buying EMPH? This was one of the easier trades in history. I'm going to talk relative strength. This was the one. The market put, you want to, they're the spies. And here's the EMPH Solar. ARRY also having a nice day from last night. Look, a fun holding. Boy, that was, makes up one day, makes up a week or 2 weeks in one day. EMPH, you buy the bull flag. If you have a query or whatever you have, something, bull flag. You can have something present. This is a bull flag right here. Let me draw another line. You know what? Don't worry about it. It's right there, right through 323. Probably going up, not even overbought. And the same with SEDG, another one best of breed. Okay, next. I'll wrap it up here. XPEV. What was so wrong with this? You trade, I don't care if what they make widgets. Right here, range 8 to 12. Range, good action, and volume. That's all you need. So if I'm going to take any other questions or take any questions, I'm going to let it go. I'll leave it off with what the wise guys are doing because that's what I look at first and last. So here we are. Array. There you go. My boy, Sunrise Trader. He was right on it, 29 seconds. I love this guy. What a pro. We talk. Another one, 20-day support. Get to know it. Reverse from down. These are the reversals. GRWG. Somebody told me to buy this yesterday. GRWG reversed. FNGU base. Overstock. That was on my list too. FNKO bullish. Who that one goes. You know what FNKO goes with? MGNI. MGNI. Look at this breakout, this little one. This was a darling too. That was the one I was talking about over the 200 day. This, I was shorted, then I covered it. Now it looks good. This MGNI, you might want to put it away. Now it's over the weekly and the daily, even 50-day, and all the moving averages scrolling up. And that brought me to FNKO. Another one. Not for me. I don't like the gap. Probably go, probably fills it, but it's not for me. You know what I mean? The close. Watch. What is that? A Hulo? Not interested. What is that? A Hublot? Well, pardon me. I'm not that. All right. PSTG. Let's go. Bottom line. As we leave off on a Friday. Team calls. XBI calls. I'll join that one. Where are the XBI calls? Above ask. December. XBI. This looks great. And this looks good for what? Coaches gravitate. They tried. There was a good day yesterday, 2 days ago. Powell pulled back a little yesterday. Now today, it's going to gravitate towards the 200 days. Coach would usually say probably even 85 for strike price. It's not a barn burner, but I'm going with the money. It's not a lot of money, but it's a good sign. EMPH. All right. So we're all around. Some additional repeat bulling position into strength. What's so hard? PSTG, RLX, PSTG, BB, Baba bullish. Why not? Caesars, I had that the other day. Mara, they're taking a Mara for the Bitcoin rally over the weekend. No interest. All right, let's go here. Macro Goldman. I'll post this later. Differentiated buys, image pins, stocks with beat and raise potential. Snowflake already did it. I'm in RNG. I love that RNG. RNG, I'm going to buy more. I'll post this later what Goldman says, but RNG I like. 21 minutes. Bed Bath and Beyond, they squeezing these things. BBY. No, they're not, but I am short Best Buy. Q's bearish. Silver ETF sweep. Okay. Some guys buying the AGQ triple ETF calls for December. $132,000 doesn't put that much credence into it. I could do that, but I don't blame them because look at this. I had this AGQ too. I was a believer in it. Now it's running without me. I'll have to buy it. Meta bullish, Win, Baidu bullish, RLX. All right, I'll leave it at there. XLE bearish. Where's our XLE trade? XLE going lower. It should, and it will. You know what? I shouldn't say it will. It's kind of like a no trade kind of thing. It's not going to hurt you. A 92 stop, but we'll leave it there, guys. Any questions? Anybody wants to know what's moving today? Go into the stock room on TradeGATEHub. There we have it. You got winner. Do we have winners? Losers right here. You don't want to know what they're doing? Punch it up. G123. GIII was the worst stock yesterday on the board. Lands End was the worst on the board. Asana had earnings. Zscaler had earnings. Very good, guys. Great job here. DLO been very active as a good trader. So as I leave off here a little bit before 11:30 on a Friday, it's all about how you're going to digest the Wednesday Powell speech into today's non-farms payroll. Just because maybe Apple and Microsoft aren't moving, there are other new leaders. There are stocks that are moving now. For example, the TAN and the solar sector. Shopify's acting well. Just stay in the room, have a plan, be tactical. Just remember, it's harder to change an opinion than a bad habit. So if you have an opinion on the market and the price action is telling you differently, that's a hard one to digest. And once you get over that, I'm not saying I have, you'll become a better trader for it. So until now, if we don't see you later this afternoon, I'll post all the data Sunday evening so you can digest it Monday morning. Until then, I'm going to go watch Coach's and Mike's video at 9:30 that's posted here on the Red YouTube channel. Our channel right here. I'll watch this. And until then, I'll write down my list of stocks with good volume, price action, and range. And I'll come back and see if they're acting correctly, put them on. Until then, have a good day. Thanks for tuning in and have a plan.